friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we're going to be learning how to draw 6-7 Christmas edition. And don't forget to pause the video to follow along at your own pace. But first let's get started with the eye on the left hand side on the number 6. And we're just going to draw on a nice big oval. In the middle, let's replicate that, just making that smaller. On the top, let's draw on a highlight. So we're going to draw in a circle. And then we're just going to color in that pupil black. Let's come up on a diagonal. We're going to curve this line around and out for the bottom of the Santa hat. On the left-hand side from that corner, let's curve this line around and up. And then on the right-hand side from that corner, we're just going to bring this line up, scooping that back around and down beside that line. Let's move up. We're going to curve this line across towards the top. And now beside that, let's draw in a circle. So we're just going to round this out. Let's draw in the number 6 here. So on the top from that corner, we're going to draw a diagonal line coming across. We're going to bring this line down and then out. And then again from here, we're just going to straighten this out, bringing this further down towards the middle. Let's bring this line through towards the eye. Let's come across. Let's leave a gap. We're going to come down, bringing this line out and then down. Again, we're going to move this line further out towards the right, bringing that down. And then one last time, we're just going to draw in a small line coming out towards the right. Now on the right-hand side, we're going to bring this line down on a diagonal towards the bottom. And then on the left-hand side, underneath the hat here, we're going to draw in another diagonal line coming down, ending that at the same height as the line on the right. We're going to draw in 2 small lines coming in towards the middle now. And then from here, we're going to bring these lines down. Again, bringing those lines in towards the middle. And then again, moving these lines down towards the bottom. Let's close this off with a diagonal line. And now let's do the center. So on the top here, we're going to draw a diagonal line coming across. And then we're just going to bring this line down. Again, let's bring this line over. And then we're going to bring this down towards the bottom. We'll do the same thing on the left, ending that at the same height. And then from here, let's bring 2 small lines in towards the middle. Now from here, we're going to draw in 2 more smaller lines coming down. And then again, just flattening that out, bringing that across. Let's draw in the left arm. So on the top here, we're going to bring a diagonal line that comes out, stepping underneath. Let's replicate that. And then on the top here, we're just going to draw in a small curved line, bringing that down. Let's step up and we're just going to draw in a smaller one, bringing that in towards the side of the body. Now let's draw in the wrist. So stepping over, we're curving this around, down, back in. Let's close off the top of the thumb here. So we're going to arch this out, down, around, back in. For the first finger here, we're going to curve this up, around, and down. Moving in towards the middle, again, curving this over, up, and through. And then for the pinky, we're just going to curve this around and in. Let's close off the palm here. So starting back on this line, we're just going to round this out, curving that in towards the center. Let's draw in the leg. So we're going to, from this corner, draw in a straight line that comes down. We're going to step over on the right-hand side, replicating that, ending that at the same height. Now from here, let's close this off with a curved line from left to right. On the back, we're just going to curve this line out on each side. And then from here, just drawing in a straight line that comes down towards the bottom. Close that off with a curved line from left to right. On the left-hand side, we're going to arch this line down towards the bottom of the page. Stepping over on the inside, replicating that. We're just going to end that at the same height. Let's close this off with a curved line from left to right. And then stepping up again, let's replicate that for the sole of the shoe. Now let's move over and draw in the number 7. So coming over from this corner, leaving a gap, let's draw a diagonal line coming up. We're going to bring this diagonal line through on the bottom, and then we're going to extend this out further on the top. Let's draw in an oval from the eye. So starting right beside this, we're just going to connect that to that line. Closing that off. In the middle, let's draw in another oval, making that smaller for the pupil. And then we're just going to draw in a highlight right on the top here. So we're just going to draw in a small circle. And then we're just going to color in our pupil black. Let's come over on the side. We're going to draw in a diagonal line coming in. And then we're going to bring another diagonal line coming across towards the eye. Let's move up. We're going to draw in the reindeer ears here. So starting in the middle, we're going to come over, drawing in a diagonal line on both sides. We're going to curve this line around and in. Stepping up again, rounding that out, curving this up, back down. And then again, once more on the top, but we're just going to make this one bigger. Scoop this around. And then now from here, we're just going to continue to curve this over and through on a diagonal towards the middle. And then we're just going to draw this line coming down. Let's come underneath, drawing in the scarf. So leaving a gap coming over on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line across. Let's close off the number 7 here, bringing this line up towards the eye. We'll do the same on the right, drawing a diagonal line, connecting that together. Let's continue to close off the scarf. On the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line around, scooping that back through and in on the right. Now in the center, curving this line up. And then we're going to move across on both sides, replicating that. Let's come underneath. From the middle, we're going to curve 2 lines that come down, ending that at the same height. And then we're going to close that off on the bottom with a straight line. Let's move over. On the left-hand side, curving this line down, bringing that in towards the side. In the middle, we're going to draw in a straight line on the left. And then moving across, we're going to move up, drawing in 2 straight lines, leaving a gap. Let's close off the number 7 underneath here. So on the left-hand side, another diagonal line coming through. Underneath the scarf, just a small one to line it up at the same height on the left. And then we're going to close that off with a straight line on the bottom. Let's close off the arm. So on the top here, we're going to curve this line out. We're going to do the same on the bottom, ending that at the same height. Let's close off the wrist here. So we're just going to curve that line up. And then stepping up one more time, we're just going to draw in another small one. Let's draw in the thumb. We're going to curve this line up, down, around, and back in. Moving up for the first finger, curving this up, around, and down. In the center, curving this around and in towards the middle. Then again, one more time, just arching this around and through for the pinky. And then let's close off the bottom of the palm, just arching this around and through towards the top. Let's come underneath the 7 here. We're going to draw in 2 straight lines coming down. Let's close this off with a curved line. Now from here on the back, we're going to curve this line out. And then let's close this off with a straight line coming down towards the bottom, ending that at the same height. And then now, just another curved line from left to right. Let's step over. On the inside, curving this down, and do the same thing on the right, ending that at the same height. And then now from here, let's close that off with a curved line from left to right. And then let's step up for the sole of the shoe again, curving that over and through. And that is it. That's how you draw 6/7 Christmas edition. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thank you so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I'll see you all on the next one.